Alright, what is up, guys? This is your boy DJ back with it again. So, today I'm gonna be talking about a few things, or a list of things that I really appreciate or I really like about my baby girl. So, before starting that, I'll give you a brief of what this bike is and what's going on over here. So, this is a Yamaha YZF R15 version 3 BS-6 2021 or 2020 version. So what this bike has is it has a dual channel ABS, it has a cat converter, BS-6 norms, then it has a 155cc inline 1 single cylinder engine, it is liquid cooled and a 6-speed manual gearbox. Alright, so that is the bike. And if you guys are new to the channel, well, you are new to the channel because I don't upload anything anytime soon. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you might not know that I have named my bike, right? So this right here is Rias. Rias, you might ask, is actually, I'll give you the context of what that is. If you guys watch anime, you might already know. DXD, guys, I think that is enough info for now. I don't want to go into details. So let's start with the video. And so the first thing that I really love about this bike is that its engine. It is a very powerful engine, alright? It's a 150cc engine, right? But this thing is crazy, dude. This thing can compete with a 200 or 250. And it's the fastest 155cc bike in the market right now, alright? I know about the version 4 that recently came out, but the version 3 is one of the fastest 155cc category sports bike, alright? So that is the first thing that I absolutely love about this bike, is that the engine is so punchy and so powerful that you won't feel like you're riding a 155cc motorcycle, alright? You'll feel like you're riding a 250 or 200cc motorcycle because this thing is powerful, dude. I know it lags a little bit of torque, like not as much, but this is a powerful bike. This is not a joke. Alright, I know it's a good beginner bike, but this is powerful as well. And as you guys know, it's a sports bike, so it is a marvelous track tool. Alright, okay, so now we come to the second point. The second point, as we were talking about the engine, is the mileage that this bike gives. Holy crap, dude, this bike gives such lovely mileage. When I first bought the bike, this bike is not as old, okay? This bike is around 3 to 4 months old, okay? 24th May, and today is October 9th, so just do the math. So yeah, this bike is just 3 to 4 months old, and when I first bought it, within the first few weeks, it gave me an average of 54 kilometers per liter. Alright, and if you do guys know me personally, I have a tendency to play with the throttle a lot, alright? So when I'm out riding, so that is the thing, I have a tendency to play with the throttle a lot. So what happens is that if you ride any other bike, if I had a KTM for instance, dude, I would be crying right now because KTMs are very powerful machines, okay, and the mileage that they give is not good at all, okay? They give about 20 to 25. This thing right here gives a freaking 54, alright? So that is a big difference, like this big difference. So that's the thing, the mileage. Okay, so I'm going to talk about something recently which happened like just a day back. I refueled yesterday. So what I do is I go to the college every day, right? So I fill petrol for like 300 rupees, so that is like it's almost 3 liters, alright, 3.6 liters. Shit. Okay, so I filled fuel for 3 liters, alright, 300 rupees. So this bike gave me a mileage of 150 kilometers, alright. This thing went about 150 kilometers in a 3 liter. Okay, 3 liters of fuel in a tank, and this thing went 150 kilometers, okay, 150.9 to be precise. And I just put the picture on the screen. And on the reserve tank, this thing went up to 70 kilometers, dude. So considering the power, what this bike is meant for, this mileage is just way too good, dude. You can't complain about it, right? Best in class, okay, the mileage. So that ends the second point, why this bike is really appreciated in my books. So now the third thing is the way you can customize this bike, alright? The mods that you can add to it. slap this thing off, put a tail tidy. This thing looks dope. Then you can snap the windscreen off and you can add a double bumper visor. Alright, get rid of this mudguard, which is useless basically, because look at the way this bike is dirty already. And slap an exhaust over here, replace the stock exhaust. I don't recommend it, but if you're doing it, do it with care, because simply replacing the exhaust and putting a free flow exhaust will give you in initial pickup is going to be dope. Alright, but at the same time it will affect your engine in a bad way. So that's why, because the ECU is not tuned to let so much of air inside the engine. Alright, so get a ECU reflash, add an performance filter, add an performance exhaust, which is illegal in India, of course. If you're watching outside India, then you don't give a fuck, so you can do whatever you want. Alright, so, but don't go against the rules, guys, right? So if you add an aftermarket exhaust in this and an air filter and an ECU remap, this bike is gonna go nuts. Alright, this bike is gonna go crazy, dude, because it's already powerful, and then after all those mods, this will go crazy. And about the mods that I'm talking, the cosmetic changes that you can do to this bike are crazy, dude. I don't even want to talk. You have already seen so many custom jobs done on this bike, from paint to wrap, and all those body kits. People have turned it into an R1M as well. There's a motovlogger from Vapi. His name is Mehul Vlogs. He does the job. So what he does is he provides kits for the R15 or the version 2 or the version 3, and you can customize your bike into an R1M. It won't become an actual R1M, but the looks and aesthetics which you get in an R1, you'll get that. But honestly, if you ask my preference, I don't really enjoy those things other than the looks. Even in the looks, it's not that great, but personally, if you ask me, I don't really appreciate customizing your bike into something else. Let it be what it is, man. It already looks so good. Alright, so now that is done with the third point about the mods and stuff. So the fourth feature, which is really dope, especially on the R15, is its fully digital console. Even though I'm a fan of an analog and digital cluster, but even this is not bad at all. So when you start this bike, it says, "Hi DJ," that's my name. It says that, and then the cluster starts. Alright, it greets you like an R1 does. I mean, even the big bikes don't have that feature, dude. It won't say hi buddy and stuff like that. Okay, so I'll give you a basic idea of what's there. You have the fuel gauge, then there's the speedometer, you have time, you have the gear shift indicator, then you have the RPM range, almost up to 11.5 thousand RPM. Alright, then you have the average kilometer per liter, and then this is the average kilometer per liter. Then you have the average speed, then you have the auto, trip 1, trip 2, and the time. That's it. So it's a small yet a really informative instrument cluster. It has the ABS light, then you have the pass light indicators, of course, the neutral, the engine check light, and then I don't know what this is for, but it is for something. Alright, and another thing, see, I'm low on fuel right now, but now this will show like the comes to reserve, and then it counts the kilometers that you clock on a reserve tank. So in this, yesterday I got 70 kilometers, so it's a good thing. Okay, so that ends the fourth thing. And the final fifth thing about this bike, which is the best yet, alright, is the way this bike looks. In my books, this bike looks absolutely gorgeous. Alright, this bike looks so good. There are a few particular angles about the R15 which are especially so good looking when you click a photo. See, if you're a photographer like me who likes clicking pictures of their bike, if you're a bike enthusiast, you know what I mean. Alright, the way this thing can look in a camera, it is so photogenic that at times you'll be like, dude, is that even an R15? Is that even a 150cc? It looks big. Another thing which is best about this bike, if you ride this bike, it will give you a feel of a big bike. It will no way feel like a 150 bike. Well, of course, if you've ridden big bikes, then it will feel like a small bike. But if you are new to biking, this will not feel like a your everyday bike. This will give you the big bike feel. Trust me, and you'll get reactions too. Even if this is a common bike, you will get reaction. You will see people's head turning looking at the bike, and you, of course. So that's the fifth thing, dude. This thing looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at this thing. It looks dope. Wow, this is one of my favorite angles to take the photo of this bike, cause just look at it, dude. It looks awesome. Rias, baby girl, you look awesome. Well, don't mind. The bike is actually dirty. Well, I've not washed it anytime soon. So yeah, that ends the video over here. The top 5 things that I absolutely love about my baby girl. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And, that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, ride safe, peace out, get hype. Peace.